Hey everybody, real quick before we start the video, this is not a sponsored video, but my local store Collector's Cash, which has sponsored me in videos previously, they currently have, at the time of recording, 27 brand new Draftbox 5s in stock for $100 a pop, which I think is a really fair price for right now, especially like TCG player, the lowest is $125. So if you want to consider helping my local store, that's definitely something you can do to help my local scene. If you're already buying these draft boxes, definitely buy from your own local stores too right now if they're in business or they're doing online orders. Help your own stores first, but if you're looking for a good price, this is definitely one of the best prices I've seen, and the fact that they're local definitely is the reason I went to them. So consider doing that. There's going to be a link to this page in the description below if you guys are interested, and without further ado, let's get into the 48 pack card opening. Hey everyone, Egman here with another unboxing video. Like the day after I went and got the Unison expansion packs, my local store Collector's Cash, they're able to they restocked on these bad boys. So I picked up two. I literally bought one online, and then like on the way to the store I convinced myself to get two. So yeah, I haven't opened any of these either. When it was first coming out, it was just like a weird time in general, and I just didn't pick them up in time, and so I never. These are my first ones that I've opened from here, and I'm going to be opening two, which is insane. I usually open one, so a lot of packs. I'll probably be going faster than normal, just because there's a lot of just weird alien names for this one, and there's just 48 packs to open. So let's go through the first boy here. Let me move these guys around. All right. And there's still like a bunch of good cards that are from this set. Definitely a lot of cards people are vying for. I am personally looking for some of the... I don't have any of the rebrands, and if you know me as a green control player, those rebrands are super duper important. Alright, so also if you haven't opened one of these like I have, it comes with 4 of the Xeno leader, which is kind of like the new, like the Vegeta leader for the Draftbox 4. Also kind of a rule manual for if people are actually drafting, but I've never, like these past two sets, I haven't seen people draft with these, and I think it's mostly because the cards in here are just too good not to just open and buy for themselves. So I'm not sure if that's like a good problem or a bad problem, but it's definitely a problem with these draft boxes. So let's go first with these 12 here. I haven't opened a pack. Like the expansion sets are different because they're kind of loose, but I haven't opened a pack in months. So this will be, oh man, I'm already struggling. All right, we're just gonna skip to the back here. We're not even gonna say the names. We're just gonna do the slow roll through here. And in our first pack, we've got what is this guy? What's his name? An auto Gentle Supremacy. So this guy, choose 2 red cards in your hand, place them in your drop area. When you play this card, choose any number of your opponent's choose any number battle cards with 20k power or less with energy costs that add up to 4 or less and KO them. And when you KO 2 or more of your opponent's battle cards with this card skill, draw 1. So just the idea for this guy is that you discard 2 to do it, but you're able to KO. You can board wipe with a 1-drop, and then if you wipe enough cards, then you get like a refund card draw. So not too bad. First rare, and let's keep on going. Oh, my pack opening muscles have definitely deteriorated. All right, let's keep rolling through these. Yeah, there's so many good cards here, and we've got our first of our what is it Demon Angel rares. I think that's what the Dar rares. So this is the new energy exhaust. I'm not sure if they're like what people are calling them. They're not check lands, but they're like pseudo check lands. So this is the blue yellow one. So if you have you can choose 1 blue and 1 yellow card in your drop area, send them to your warp, and if you do, you can just play ignore this card's energy exhaust, which is great. And for 1 blue and 1 yellow, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards placed at the bottom of the owner's deck. And at the start of your opponent's deck's main phase, choose up to 2 of your energy, switch them to active mode. So this one's like moderately like one of the better ones in my opinion. Like I could definitely see you playing this. It's a removal for technically 4 energy, but you get an untapped 2 with it. So like if you play this on turn 4, you're able to just remove anything you want, and you get the 2 energy back as well. So you can do it next turn, and it's not a once per turn too. So as if you do this like twice in the same turn, I believe you get the untapped 4 energy. And then you also have a foil kettle, or not, this is a rare kettle. So it's a 1-drop. When you play it, draw 1. If your leader card's red and you send this card from your drop area to your warp, choose 2 skillless battle cards, any cost of 1 from your deck, and place them in your drop area. I don't know about you guys, but I I'm usually pretty good at reading cards, but I haven't sat down and looked at skillless cards enough lately. Even though, like, especially since since skillless Goku kind of fell off the radar, but they've gotten so much support lately that I would not be very surprised if we, can finally get like some kind of actual like skillless kind of beater decks. So he could definitely be a force for that. But I haven't seen anything like that quite yet. All right, so we get a foil. Oh man, talk about our skillless decks. We already have a foil skillless. We're already on our way. But we get that, and we also get the internal energy shift. So this counterattack, then if your opponent reveals top card of your deck as a battle card, choose up to one of your battle cards and up to one of your energy switch in active mode. I don't think this deck ever really took off, and for good reasons. It just felt like a little bit too much RNG for a lot of ways, and like even if you hit that every turn, I don't know. It's just I'd rather do like a least coercion. So all right, we got a Sleepy Boy technique, very cool. I don't know how the rare, like how the commonalities, like I know uncommons are actually uncommon in like these boxes, so I'm not sure how good of a hit that actually is, but it's definitely a cool card. All right, and oh my goodness, good gosh, that is definitely one of the best super rares from the set. We pulled ourselves an Obuni, very nicely done. Probably like one of the best cards in this set. If like the fact that he's a 4-drop with Deflect that summons tokens and like just swarms the field, and then also he can't be KO'd as long as those tokens are around. He's just a really good card. He also gets potential and untap 1. Yeah, you can just get an untap 1 for free randomly. Like just a really good card, and probably like one of the best 4-drops in the game because it doesn't get hit by like most of the traditional counters to what most 4-drops would be dealing with. Just because it has Deflect, right? A 4-drop with Deflect is super duper powerful. So we already got like half the value of the box with this card, so that's a good sign. Going through these some more. Let's see, we got the Son Goku. Evening the Odds. This is a 15k 4-drop for 1 green. If your lead card is green, you have no battle cards. Place this card from your hand, you drop area, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. That's like alright. I wouldn't say it's fantastic, but I mean, the fact that you can use it from hand, you're not playing this card, right? It's just removal. Having an empty board might be a little bit costly, but it's not like terrible. Definitely like good in like draft box ideas, but like in a draft sense. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, we got our let's see, Koichi. This is a foil, right? The Koichi Orator. So it's a triple attack revenge and it can attack leader cards. This could actually be like pretty good against like unison cards if they become really troublesome. And then we also got the not even a scratch. So this is like the what is it, like the cheap version of Son Goku, even though we just got confirmed that it's getting reprinted today. But you can just make this, you can use 1 energy to get 1 card draw, so definitely a good card, especially in Vegix. I think that'll be a good card in that. This is a black card, and you're just milling 100, and so that's going to hit your mill, and you can always just like tap 1 for like extra card draw if you need the extension. Alright. We are almost halfway through our first stack of 12, and we do not have we only have 1 super rare, so maybe we can get another one from here. No, but we did get a foil policeman, which is super cool, and we also got a rare Topo Justice Forsaken. I've been seeing a lot of cool things with the policeman archetype. I think it's a pretty fun deck, so cool that we got a foil one of him, and then this Topo. I don't know, it's like you have to play as a 5-drop, which kind of sucks, and I don't think there's like a really good way to cheat him out. But when you play this card, choose all your opponent's battle cards, ignore impairs, switch in rest mode, then negate their ghost for the turn. So it's like pretty good. And then when this card is placed in the drop area by skill or KO, you draw 2. So like it's like a safer card for 5, but it's not super exciting to me. I don't know. It just feels like it still kind of has some weaknesses. All right, we've got, this is our 6-pack, so we're a 4th through this box, so like what, an 8th all the way through. This is gonna be a very long video. Alright, we got, oh, dang, also such a good super rare. We got the 1-drop Protector of the People. So if you don't know what this card does, it's counterattack, negate the attack, then you may choose 1 card in your hand, place in your drop area. If you do, choose 1 of your leader cards against the following effect for a turn. When this card is attacked by a battle card, it gets plus 5k power for the turn. So it's kind of like in like a lot of people compare it to Nimbus, and I think that's a pretty fair comparison. It just, instead of like making it so you can't what is it? So you can't attack anymore. You just kind of make it harder and harder for your opponent. Your opponent has to make a decision like, okay, is it worth, like, can I still be able to get over this for the turn? And like, it's just generic too. There's no like energy cost for it. It's just a really good negate. So both very good cards. Probably two of the more expensive cards in this set. So definitely happy with getting those so far. I need my Ribrianne baby girl. Definitely need her. All right. What we got? And we got the energy. What? Eminence Vegeta, Enraged Eminence Vegeta. So choose 3 of your battle cards between 3 and 7 to your drop, place them in the bottom of your deck in order. When you play this card, it gains critical and dual attack for the turn. So like, this is kind of like, you don't get to play it for free, but I could see this being like kind of good in the Hatchiyak format, because getting dual attack means that you can swing twice with him, so he can get around Hatchiyak yourself. But I don't think he's like good overall. Can you imagine if I was like listing the name of all these guys? That'd be just, gross. All right, so we've got this one drop, and then we also have the Master Hiroshi Maximum Russell. So it's the 6-drop rare, critical dual attack barrier. When you play this card, choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards, place them at the bottom of their owner's deck, and at the end of your turn, draw 1. So he's all right. He's like I don't know. He's good for like draft, right? He's a good draft card, but he's not a good constructed card. Almost done with our first stack of 4 stacks to go. Like the universal archetypes are just some of my favorite. All right, we got the big boy, 5-drop, Great Priest, Herald of Deliverance. So it's a 5-drop critical. It's got unique essentially, and then active main for 1 blue. If you have 4 more energy and you choose 2 non-Great Priest God cards in your battle area, return them to your hand. Play this card from your hand. So you can just like play this card for free. It's kind of like, in some way, it's kind of like the crit Janemba that we got in the draft box 4, but it's more specific to God cards. But like the fact, it's a 20k crit that you play for 1, right? So it's not like too bad. But I think the Janemba's still better, just being able to play it for cheap. So that's 3 super rares. So I think we're like guaranteed 4 more. We'll have to find out. And we only have 1 infinite, not infinite Saiyan rare, but Demon and Angel rare. And we got the Bergamo, but not the right one. The 7-drop. When all of your opponent's energy is in rest mode, reduce this by 3, so it becomes a 4-drop. When you play this card, choose all your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, switch in rest mode, and those cards can't be switched to active mode until the start of your next main phase. So like, that's a cool effect. But it's kind of hard to get all your opponent's energy to rest mode in some matchups, but I don't think it's bad. It probably works in his archetype all right, but I haven't seen a lot of constructed success with him yet. All right, stack number 2, box number 1. All right. I'm not sure exactly which like uncommons I should be looking for that are like short printed, but here's this 4-drop Jiren double strike. When your opponent plays battle card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets minus 10k power for the turn. So that's super nice, and that's auto once per turn, and can work on your turn too. And when one of your opponent's cards attack, you may choose that card, and it gets minus 10k power for the turn. So I could like see this being like kind of good and like cooler, but it's a 4-drop, and that just means it's just a 4-drop 20k, no less. So like, there's just a lot of ways to like make you invest 4 energy and then just use like 2 energy to get rid of it. So, but like, I could see it being like practically good if it survives, but I think that's like the hardest part for that card. All right, and then we got Universe 2 assemble. So we're getting closer to Universe 2 support. So this active main, draw 1, then choose up to 1 of your Universe 2 cards in your deck, place in your drop area, and shuffle your deck. So like, I mean, a bunch of your cards want to be in the drop area anyways for their kind of recyclability. And just the fact like immediately, if you can put like Ribrianne in there, that's like super good. And then you can just use Ribrianne and make them discard 2. So it's almost like a 1 energy plus 2 in a lot of ways. And we got Basil, so definitely I think this card's going to be really good. So permanent. So it has unique essentially. When you play this card, draw one, and then activate once per turn. If your opponent has 5 or more cards in rest mode, this card gains plus 15k power and dual attack until the start of your next main phase. So I think that this could be a good way to like get rid of your opponent's unison cards because it has dual attack and it becomes a 19k. But I think like games that go longer, like this could be like a really easy thing. Like it's low commitment, but it's high rewards if your opponent doesn't get rid of it. So like a really good early game and late game kind of card, which is why it's pretty nice. I think it's a good card. All right, let's keep going. You find my rebrand. Ooh, this is not rebrand, but it's definitely a card I needed. It is the Hasty Dispatch Dispo. So it's a 1-drop green and active main. If you have no cards in your battle area, you can choose this card from your drop area, send it to your warp. You can add 1 battle card of any cost of 1 in your drop area. Play with the skill to gauge for the turn. So immediately very viable in like the Bardock Unison decks, where this is a 1-drop green anyways, and otherwise, if you just have this in your drop area, you can play a 1-drop for free, which means that it's a lot easier for you to get your 2-drop. Or like your Bardock to start doing his -1 in hand every turn, starting with the turn you play him. So, really good card. Definitely recommend using him in those kind of decks. And we might have our first stubborn pack here. Oh, not even halfway through. Gotta be careful not to actually cut the cards. There we go. Perfect. Oh man. Well, this is a stubborn pack. Here we go. All right. Something good has to be in it, right? That's why it's stubborn, right? We got that Kale and some other cards. And we've got our second Demon Angel Rare. It is the red-green of the same kind of check land. It also has the ability for the 1 red, 1 green. This gains plus 14k power and double strike till the start of your next main phase. So that's kind of like alright. 4 energy for a 30k double strike is not insane. It's also active main as well, so instead of active battle. We also have this guy. He could be alright. You use 2 energy to tap one of your opponent's energy, so it's not crazy bad, but it's not broken. So I don't like people aren't using it, but it's something you can activate from your drop area too. So that can be kind of nice and flexible. All right, Policeman. All right. Which we got? Oh, we got a rebrand, all right, but not the one we're looking for. So this is the 5-drop one, triple strike. If your lead card is green and this card is in rest mode, your opponent can only attack this card, so it has the Deadly Defender kind of tag. And then auto, when you play this card from your hand, choose all of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO them. So that's pretty good. And then when this card is removed from the battle area by opponent's skill or KO, choose up to one of your green battle cards at any cost of 4 or less, and you drop it or place the skill negated for the turn. So like this is definitely like a good bomb card. Like this would be a card that you'd want to play on curve because it just wipes the field. It becomes a 30k triple strike, and then your opponent has to get rid of this if they want to attack your leader at all, right? Because it's only your opponent can only attack this card. It also means that if you have a unison card out, your opponent can't attack the unison card until you get rid of this guy or this girl. My apologies. So. Definitely a good card. Not the rebrand I was looking for, but I will at least take a rebrand over no brand. Okay, and this next one we got the 6-drop Policeman as our rare. Just what is it? Keywords the card. He's got what? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, five keywords, and then a an auto as well, and we've got 5 cards or 5 packs left. So I think we're gonna get one more of the Demons and Angel rare, and then probably one more super rare. So there's still hope for my girl. And then we got Pretty Black Hole, which is still like an okay card. So this is a 1-drop counterattack. Negate the attack, then you may choose one of your own battle cards that negate skills and place it in its owner's drop area. If you do draw 1, then choose any number of your opponent's non-token battle cards with total energy cost less than or equal to the cost of the card you played, or place in your drop area with the skill and KO them. So if you got like this, what is it? Just a big old card that you can just get rid of. You can really easily clear a board, which is super nice. It's not color specific either, which is nice. I mean, like this is a one green, right? But you can use any card you want, so it doesn't have to be like a green card. It can just be anything. So if you can like cheat out a card with like a high energy cost, you can use that. So that's kind of nice. Definitely want to rebrand though. All right, we got 4 left. All right, we got Phantom Fist, which is definitely a cool rare. I like this card a lot. The fact you can use it, you can cheat it out when you have 4 energy, is really important, especially since like with all the like the Xeno stuff, that's important. And we also got the green and blue color of like their check land as well, and it also has the blue green. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, KO it, then draw 1 card. Personally, if this was KO one of your opponent's cards and then make them discard 1, I think that would have been better and fit the theming of blue green a little bit better. But it's not, and that's okay. All right, 3 packs left in this box. We got. Oh, we haven't gotten a lot of foils, but we got this boy foil, and we also got the Rabranra. Was it when this card is when you play this card, your opponent chooses 2 cards in the hand and places them in their drop area. And when this card is removed by a battle by your opponent's skill or KO, choose up to 1 green battle card with energy cost of 3 or less in your drop area. Play it with its skills negated for the turn. So like this card's like not terrible. It's probably one of the better rares of this set. So that's that. It just like it doesn't have protection, right? It doesn't have deflect, so it's can be kind of countered a bit. All right, but we're still going. And we got Justice Crush, a 2-drop extra card. Counterplay if your other card has universe and a special trait. If the battle card being played has an entry cost of 4 or less, is played in rest mode with its skills negated for the turn. So this is kind of like a Cold Bloodlust in a lot of ways, and I could see like, I don't know, it seems like it's just too bad of a card for Cold Bloodlust. It doesn't target like enough things. It's 2 energy, which is a pretty hefty cost, and it only stops 4 or less. So it's really only good for like turns 3 and turns 4, and then after that, like your opponent's either like winning or something else. But it's all right. It stops like autos when you play this card, but I'm not sure if it's just not quite good enough. And we got a Dispose, which is great because it is literally the only card that I've actually bought from this draft box. So now I have 5. This is fantastic. That's right. We got my Dispose. We got them. All right, so that's that. I'd still say this is a pretty good box from this one. The first couple of rares were definitely better than the last couple of rares, but these 3 cards in general, I think, made it worth it 100%. Obuni's pretty expensive. This rare is pretty, and also the Basel, so those are good. I'm gonna clean up real quick, but then we will get to our second box. I'm not even gonna cut. We're just gonna go straight to it. So there's that box, and here's this box. All right, has the same stuff in there. All right. I mean, I can't imagine trying to collect all of the Demon and Angel rares because there has to be just so many of them. Because there's 12, right? And you only get 3. So I'm guessing there's 1 of each in every case, if it's evenly distributed like that. But I'm also guessing it's probably not distributed like that, so who's to say? All right. Do you guys care if I'm doing this oh man, another foil skillless card? Oh, I have to make this skillless card archetype work, and another of the 7-drop Bergamos as well. I might just kind of rip the last couple cards, rip 2. I'm not going to rip them, but go to them, only because we've already gone like 24 minutes, and you guys might want to just go through it kind of quickly. But I'll just go fast. I need to practice for the on season for card games. So new rare, it's a 7-drop Kefla. It has unique. Reduce the energy cost in your hand by 1 for each of your blue battle cards, and you can active main, draw 2. Then at the start of your opponent's next main phase, choose up to 2 of your blue energy, switch to active mode. So like you could like cheat this out for and make it at least you can't go below a 3 drop because it has 3 specific energy. But being able to draw 2 and untap 2 once per turn is pretty good. I mean, it's like a double awaken every turn, but it also has like no protection, so it can probably get kind of busted kind of easily. All right. Got another Jiren, and we got our first Demon Angel rare from this set. It is the green blue one, but the 5-drop, so it's blocker. Revive for blue green. When you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. KO this card. When your opponent plays a battle card, draw 1. So it just like offers some free cycle, and then also like if you have this card blocker, use it block, and then you stop an attack, and then they play something else, you can KO it, and then you revive it. It comes back out. Even if you just blocker it, you can revive it. Like revive and blocker are really good. The only bad thing is that you have to hard cast it for 5, so that might be a bit too much for it, but not like a terrible card once you actually get it going. We got a second Sleepy Boy technique. Isn't that nice? Isn't he just such a sleepy boy? Or we got a foil version of heavy light shatter burst. So active main, if your lead card's green, choose all your opponent's battle cards and KO them. That's kind of good. And then we got a second dispo. Look at that. We're already two of the 4 there for that guy. I almost ordered this card too. So I guess I'm just dispo heavy in these boxes. All right, let's keep going. And we got giant ball. Ugh, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not like super crazy about this one. So it's just like a worse Crusher Ball. But when the battle card is played, you may choose it, switch to rest mode, then draw 1 card. So it doesn't get around barrier, but the flip is that you get to draw 1 card. I'd almost just always choose Crusher Ball on top of that, but maybe if we're playing where it just makes more sense for it and you get to draw 1, it's cool, but not as excited about that card. All right, we're going. All right, we got our second one, but first we got Ultrasonic Exchange. If this card is, if the card your opponent is playing has 20k power or less, your opponent may place that battle card in the drop card instead of playing it. If they don't, choose one of their battle cards and place it in another's drop. So it's kind of like that Saiyan, like that Raditz extra card thing. I don't know. I'd always play Denial of Hope. I think that's better because it doesn't like if you get to choose and it would like ignore barrier, that'd be fine. But still, like your opponent would just still gets to choose which card they want to keep. And if they have like a 1-drop out, they're probably going to keep the 1-drop. They're going to KO the 1-drop. We also got this guy. So this is blocker, energy exhaust, and invoker. So if you have 3 or more energy, when one of your red or blue battle cards is removed from your battle area by opponent's go, you play this card from your hand. You can't play for another copy for the turn. And if your opponent's turn, when you play this card at the end of the turn, place this card at the bottom of its owner's deck from the battle area, then draw 1. So this is like a really cool card, and I think it will be important in invoker decks, just because it just like makes sure that you like if they get rid of your Vegeta somehow, your 3-drop Vegeta, you can just plop this one out instead, and you still have your invoker out, and it's just like another card they have to deal with, even though like this doesn't have any protection associated with it. Let's go. All right, we got Android 17. I think this one's pretty good too. So counterattack, negate the attack, play this card, then choose up to 1 red battle card at any cost of 1 in your drop area and play it. So like there's just a lot of good cards that this can get, especially with the new super combo Balma. Like this is really good because you can get you just get your super combo back, and its skills aren't even engaged for the turn, right? So I like that's obviously just a really good value for 2 energy. You stop an attack, you get a super combo back, and the super combo can either draw you a card or you can play like another 1-drop. So, all right, or maybe it's 2-drop. I don't remember the ranges on Balma, but just like it's a really good super combo in general. There's a Rebrienne. I got her. I got a Rebrienne. Not the one I'm looking for. All right, cool. This one's good though. This is the Ultra Instinct Goku Momental Presence. So it's crit for activating for 2 red if you have 2 or more skillless cards. Wait. No, I'm thinking of a different card, but this one's still like not bad. So activating for 2 red. If you have 2 or more skill list battle cards and original power of 10k in play, and you don't have a copy of this card in play, play this card from your hand, and you can't play another copy of it for the turn. And when you play this card, choose from your hand, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, 20k power or less, ignoring barrier and KO it. I don't know which Goku I'm thinking about. It's like the one that kind of is like the other draft box Vegeta. It might have come out of set 9 instead, but like this is kind of good. I don't. It's not. It's not the card I was thinking about. I don't remember which one I'm thinking about. It's like the one you can like play from your hand or like use it to KO something from hand. Oh well. It's still super rare. All right, chugging on through. All right, we got a foil. What is it? Paparoni. Yeah, brilliant inventor. Auto once per turn when your opponent activates a counter skill, draw 1, like which is not terrible. And then we also have another Justice Crush, so we got 2 of those. We got 3 packs left in this stack. All right. And we got this rare, but I guess we got all of our angels and demon rares on one side. So we also got this 3-drop Comfrey. It has unique, and when all of your opponent's energy is in rest mode, you reduce the energy cost in your hand by 2. So it becomes a 1-drop 20k. That's not like terrible. And then also this one I've had like such a hard like love-hate relationship with. So it's a 7-drop successor for 2 green and 1 yellow. If you have 5 or more energy, when you play this card from your hand, your opponent chooses 3 cards in their hand and place them in their drop. So that's super duper good. And then when this card is removed from your battle area by opponent's skill, choose any number of battle cards you drop here with any cost 2 or less, for which the total cost adds up to 4 or less, and play them with their skill negate for the turn. So you just got like a bunch of cards out also when you pop this card, so it's not like if your opponent tries to get rid of it, you still have like some ways to, like it still gets value. But yeah, 7 is just such a weird successor target to hit right now. And we got the Saiyan, what is it, Saiyan, Shields, and Gohan. I'm not honestly a big fan of this card, but it has counterplay or counterattack. You play this card, deflect, auto burst. When you play this card, activate the skill until the start of your next main phase. You can only take 1 damage from double strike, triple strike, and quad strike. So it's not like terrible, but I feel like this should have had like 2 energy cost with it, not 3. I think 3 is a little bit heavy, but it also kind of prevents you from getting like surprise attack down. So I could see it like being good in like the right deck or in certain sideboards and certain formats, but right now it's not. I don't think it's super duper good. All right. All right. This is the Goku I'm thinking about. All right. I knew there was a Goku that was better than the other ones. All right. So this is a Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Son Goku concentrated destruction. Deflect when you play this card from your hand. Choose all of your opponent's battle cards 20k power or less and KO them. And then active main for 2 red. If your leader card is red and you place this card from your hand in your drop area, choose one of your opponent's battle cards. Ignoring barrier gets minus 25k power for the turn. So it's not as like unlike Vegeta, this isn't as like what's the word for it, like reactive, but it's more flexible in that sense. So you can have this card, you can just play it for 3 and it has deflect. Your opponent can't do anything about it either, which is really nice, and you just wipe a board. It also doesn't get around barrier, but I don't think Vegeta did. I could be wrong on that. But also, like, if you like have this in your hand, also like the auto when you play this card isn't restricted to red leaders, so if you're playing just red and a different color leader, this works as well. But also just being able to use 2 red to get rid of something, ignoring barrier with 25k power or less, is also just fantastic, especially since it's a 5-cost combo energy. This is probably one of the better pulls, definitely from this pack. Let me separate them. So Dispo is the last guy I got from here. So currently I've gotten 3 super rares. Yeah, definitely better than Giant Ball and the other Goku for sure. And yeah, let's see. I have at least 3 more super rares coming my way, so let's see what they are. I'm starting to run out of places to put these extra packs. We're getting a lot of rares out of these next couple ones too. Alright, we got a foil, and then we also got this Shin Noble Supremacy, Shin Noble Supremacy. So when you play this card, draw 1. If you have 3 or less energy, when you play this card, activate the skill. Your opponent can't attack with battle cards any cost of 7 or more until the start of your next main phase. So, like, I don't know, it's there's just going to be so many cards that are just, you know, generically good black cards, and people are going to say, oh, does this work in Vegix or not? And that'll determine if it sees plays or not. All right. Let's keep going down. All right, we got the Universe 9 symbol. So this is a 2 yellow. Draw 2 cards. If all of your opponent's energy is in rest mode, choose up to 1 Universe 9 card in your deck with energy cost of 2 or less, play it, then shuffle your deck. I saw a lot of people say, like, this is the poor version of Son Goku, and it kind of makes sense. It's just 2 energy you do to draw 2, but, like, the fact that Goku doesn't depend on color, and then it's from the drop. I think playing from the drop is better than playing from hand, but, like, drawing 2 cards for 2 energy is still, like, really, really good, so... And we got the Frieza super rare, man. So it's a 4-drop. When you play this card, or when you combo this card, choose up to 1 of your leader cards or battle cards against critical for the battle. I'm not too crazy about this guy. It's all right. It's not a bad card, but it's not like a super good card. It's all right. It's not bad. I think he would have been okay with being a 10k combo cost though. Like I think like Double Strike wins more games than critical, so I think it could have been a 10k combo. He's also a red Frieza, so there's some synergy with that too. We got this boy. I don't know what he does. Mirage Maker Shantuz. Barrier, unique. Activate, choose, once per turn, switch this card to rest mode. Choose all of your red battle cards and you cost of 1, switch to active mode. So it just like starts your red stuff. And so if you're playing with a aggro skillless kind of deck, this makes sense in it. But until that deck becomes made, I am skeptical. Oh, my posture is very bad. I'm getting some shoulder pain. And we got a Brienne. All right, so that's almost a Brienne. So this is a rare 4-drop. Choose 1 green card in your hand, place in a drop area when one of your opponent's cards attacks. Negate the attack, negate the skill for the turn. So that's nice. And then when this card is removed from your battle area by opponent's skill, okay, choose to 1 green battle card, any cost of 3 or less, and you drop area, play it with skills negated for the turn. So like I don't know, I kind of like the chain for this. I think it's probably too bulky to put in a deck, unfortunately, because there's just like a bunch of cards you have to do. But like being able to say, okay, here's this card, I can negate attacks once per turn, which is nice, and that the fact that it just pops out a 3-drop for free is nice, even with its skills negated. That's still kind of good. All right. And we got Ganos. Double Strike Deflects. This card gets -15 power for the turn when one of your opponent's cards attack, negate the attack. And this is also... so that's the cost for it. You get to choose when you do it. So it essentially means you can stop 2 attacks by himself without any boosts. And then activate, choose 2 skillless battle cards in your drop area, remove them from the game, so just card active mode. And that's also not a once per turn active, so you can keep swinging with this guy as well. He's probably alright. It's just, I don't know, he's just such, like, he's just exactly like the problem with this guy, right? He's so tied to the skillless archetype. And that is our 5th super rare. Oh man, I hope these other 2 are good. I'm not, besides this guy, I haven't found a lot of value in this box, unfortunately. Alright, Stealth Guy. We are almost done. I think we got like 6 more packs after this. We got this boy. Ogma, blocker when your opponent's battle card is KO'd. If a copy of this card is in play in your battle area, you may play it from your hand. Okay. That's fine. It's okay. It's kind of like that 2-drop Chile, but it's a 10-drop. Or 10k, so it's slightly better. And it also doesn't have unique, but I mean, what is it? When, and this card isn't in play, so it kind of has unique. Alright. And we got the 5-drop Analyzer, Double Strike Barrier. I think this card got eroded. I know essentially you can't like just keep comboing, going through it with itself. But when this card is placed in your drop area from a battle area, combo area is placed in the bottom of its owner's deck instead. Active main or battle, choose one of your black battle cards and with any cost of 5 and send it to the owner's ward. Play this card for your drop. Alright. So, like, just the fact that you can get this out super duper early is pretty good, especially since you can get, like, an Overwhelm card. I mean, but you have to get into your drop area from, like, a skill. I don't know. I think people will definitely be trying to use this card with Vegex, so I don't think it's a terrible card. But I also know it's not Rebrand. That's a fact. That's an egg fact. But we haven't gotten any repeat super rares yet either. And I don't want to jinx myself by saying that. But oh, and we also got the Android 18. Just a 3-drop. When you play, you draw 2. Alright. That's not the worst card in the world. Big old 20k. I don't think you can cheat her out, but it's still, like, not a bad card. Got another Sleepy Boy technique. So I think we got at least 3. I'm not sure how rare of a card that is, but I know it's uncommon. And we also got a 17. Nice pairing with the 18. Crit deflect, 7-drop. When you play this card, choose all of the cards in your hand in your opponent's hand and all battle cards in your opponent's drop area and shuffle them into your owner's deck. Okay. I think it's bad for a 7-drop, but it's kind of neat. 2 packs left. If we get a rebrand, I'll be so happy. And if we don't, I'll be very upset. Like, Obuni, like, getting a repeat on Obuni would be really good, too. Alright, we got the 9-drop Son Goku Strength of the Legends. Only one card of this copy can be played, and this card can't evolve into other cards. If you have at least one mono red, mono blue, mono green, mono yellow card in your drop area, and you have 4 or more energy, you can play this card from your hand. That's kind of nice. And active main once per turn for one of each color. Switch this card to active mode. It gains critical, double strike, and dual attack. So you get to turn 4. You have one of each color, and then you just go into this guy for. I mean, playing him is free, which is nice. So if your opponent has like an answer to it, it's fine. So like the idea is you swing with it once, and then you get a crit, double strike, double strike. So, and if they use like Chomp to get rid of it, it's great. But it's not ding dang rebrand. I'm gonna say it. It's just not. And in our last pack, we do get a foil Vegeta, and we also get a 1-drop negate. Alright. I'm going to reorganize these cards, and then we'll go over what I pulled. Alright, so here's what we got. I'd say the first box was probably a lot better than the second one, because they got, I think these 3 super rares are better than these 3. This Goku's definitely a really good catch. Obuni is a great catch, and Protector of the People are good as well. Analyza and Frieza both are pretty expensive right now, so those are probably good for trades. And then I like this Basel as well. The rest of these supers aren't really expensive; they're under $10 each, so nothing too fancy there. Going to my Angel rares, this is probably the rarest one I got. This one's pretty good and has some value. Especially since it has Invoker, so it just has like really good archetype support kind of built into it compared to the other ones. But having 3 of like the checkland ones, I don't think is a bad call. I still like this card too, so I'm happy I got that. Probably the luckiest thing I did was I got 2 of these Dispo rares. I think these are going to be very important coming up, as I've already said with the Bardock Unison card. I think this helps out that card so much. And we also got some additional good cards. We got the 6-drop Policeman, Universe 9 Assemble, which people are kind of, maybe it won't be as good now that we see that Goku's getting reprinted. One of each of the Android 17, 18 cards, and also this Android 17. This one's going to be really good, I think. If you're playing like a red deck with the Bulmer 1-drop super combo, this is, I think, a no-brainer for that deck. I think it helps out so much. And it's just kind of unfair with that interaction. We also got Not Even a Scratch, which is still kind of a good budget kind of Son Goku ape for the yellow one. Especially in Vegex, I think this card is like a 4 of in Vegex, just because you want to make sure that you get it's just value, and you're gonna have half your deck in your drop here at most of the time anyway, so it's good there. And then this Gohan I think is good. And then we also got like a foil version of the 4-drop Policeman, so that's probably like one of the best foils we got. We got like 2 skillless foils, so that wasn't really good. And I don't think there's really anything else. Maybe like we got Paparoni. Is that the card you want? No, probably not. We want what? Napapa, right? You want Napapa, and also Caraway, right? Those are the foils you really want. But yeah, still super cool. I'm really happy I was able to open some packs. Definitely definitely opened my eyes to just how hard it is to get all the cards you need from these draft boxes. Looking back at it, I probably wouldn't open more than 2. If there's any more cards you need from these draft boxes, I would probably just get singles. It's probably just a lot more, a lot easier to do, and just something to remind yourselves, guys. You don't have to buy every. You don't have to have a full collection, and especially right now, if you're not playing in tournaments, you don't need cards right now, anyways. So you don't have to like get fully complete the draft box or anything. I'd say that's a fool's errand. But if you do want to get some draft boxes, as of this video, Collector's Cash has 27 on their store. Link's going to be in the description below. Hashtag I'm not sponsored by them, but they are my local store. I want them to survive all this, so please consider helping them out. If your own store doesn't have draft boxes, I definitely help your own store, but if that's the case, go for them. They were like $100 when I bought them today, so that's I think pretty fair compared to like what I'm seeing on other markets. So that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.